We're back with the tier lists. We're doing passives today. Welcome back to DooChatDay. And today we got Colton falling asleep. You gotta wake up. No yawning. You gotta be in a sharp set of stop.
That's not even close to the middle. It isn't.
Yeah, but yours was like right here. Okay,
right there. Right there.
You're saying that's even between us?
That's even.
That is not. But we're gonna be ranking the trinkets today. So yeah, let's continue with.
Well, yeah.
With our
So like,
segment.
the other tier lists are kind of messed up by infusions. Like they're in the sense that like they're still pretty accurate for the guns, but like with infusions, obviously.
Yeah, at some point we're gonna have to go over the older tier lists, maybe add like new items and stuff.
But I mean,
right now,
obviously they're not gonna. No tier list is gonna stay relevant forever because balance changes.
No,
but the passives haven't changed very much, or really at all.
At some point, I do want to go over
any passive changed in the update. Did they balance? I don't think they changed any.
Oh, they buffed where is it? They buffed the Primal Hunter one.
Sort of. I think the math might not be. It might actually be basically the same.
Oh, okay.
But either way.
No, they haven't really changed anything.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's start with belted phasing.
I think like C tier. Yeah, I think like C tier.
All right, let's go to the next one.
Come on.
What? This is my favorite. It has so much health.
It gives you good amount of base health, but so do some other things that are way better than it.
It gives
Karen's cash.
It gives the most health in the game.
So it actually So it actually gives a little bit less than that.
This?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah. Where's my phone? Oh, my bad. I can show you.
Okay, we're gonna do a little checky, but
it gives similar health to that, and Karen's cash barely gives less. Karen's cash gives almost.
Okay, Karen's cash is just stupid. It shouldn't give any health.
I think
take away health.
I think after the health changes, its barrier is very insignificant.
It's very small.
It's an okay item. Like it's not the kind of passive where I like cringe when I use it, but it's not
like
great.
This.
Yeah, but it's not good, guys. I put it in C.
Okay. Next, the other protector passive.
Also in C. It's even worse in like Secret Service. Because unfortunately often you're playing and there's really no humans to support, so support stuff is kind of bad.
Yeah.
But assuming you have players to support, Empathy Band is pretty good. Is equally
how much
mediocre.
Health does it give? 300.
Significantly less. I might actually put it in D tier, to be honest, because it gives so much less base health.
Where's the one you were talking about? Vision Loop 600 level 16.
Yeah, it gives even more.
What? Why?
What do you mean? Vanguard abilities stuff give a lot.
Yeah, but it does. But this passive does even less.
Well, no,
the double roll from Evasion Loop is more impactful than the small barrier.
That's why I think Evasion Loop is better, but the amount of health is not weird.
No, but I feel like
this should just have a bigger barrier. But either way,
no. Well, it should have a bigger barrier, but it should also give you more health.
Maybe.
Anyway,
I would put it in D tier.
This one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably right. I mean, maybe in big team fights.
It used to be good when it was percentage of max.
Oh, that was funny. But Bracelet of the Firstborn,
with or without legendary mods.
Colton, we can't rate. I mean, okay, actually, no. We can rate them on the traits that they can have. Admittedly, this being a support item. And it also being able to have Tinkerer.
The reason I like
makes it better
is because it is the only support item. I mean, there are only two that has Tinkerer as a passive, which gives you 24% ability cooldown if you get.
Well, it's the only support passive.
Yeah, support passive that is Tinkerer as a passive. So if you can get Tinkerer on it, it's another 24% ability cooldown.
Legendary Tinkerer.
Yeah, legendary Tinkerer. So I like that aspect of it. It's also actually a pretty okay passive. It's really good. I have it. It's not good, but it can be impactful. So like in the arena. Sometimes you can, like, I had it where everybody rushes to get those promo pickups. And one person on the enemy team got it, and one person on my team got it. And it was me. So I primaled, and the enemy primaled, and we both were Isia, and we both did, like, our thing. And my team survived, and his team died, because it saved them all. So that was, like, the ideal situation for us. So
yeah.
It can be good.
Yeah.
I think it's the kind of, also, similarly, when you're in games with 10 people on each team in Eventide, it's actually pretty good. Like, when you get in these big, crazy fights.
I think it'll be better once there are more people.
But I would still put it in C or D tier.
Yeah.
Probably D tier.
Yeah, I think D tier. Do you think it's better than the?
It doesn't really matter.
It does.
They're pretty equivalent.
It's very important, Colton.
They're both very mediocre.
Okay.
All right.
The other support passive.
It's not that great. I put it in C tier probably. It's okay. The damage increase is pretty okay. If you get even 1 or 2 roll cooldown reduction traits, you can have it up basically all the time. But the percentage is very low. It's 6.
It gets way better as you level it.
It goes from 5 to 10.
Huh?
It goes from 5 to 10.
5 to 10 what?
Or no. Wait, it might even only go to 8%.
No, it goes 7.5. But
either way, it's very.
But the duration goes up, and the damage you get goes up.
Mine's pretty high level. It doesn't go up that much.
Well, it goes up though. It doesn't go up.
Yeah, it's still pretty mediocre. Again, if you have teammates to support, it's pretty okay. And if you don't, it's not very good. There's not really much to say beyond that. But again, its power level is not insane. Yeah, mine is level 14, and it's only 6.6%. And the duration does not go up, and the radius doesn't go up. So, oh no, the duration does go up.
Duration does go up.
Yeah, once you max it out, if you have some good roll cooldowns, yeah, you can keep it up almost all the time. But
the effect radius is very small.
Guys, it's not it's not an amazing ability.
No, it's
or
not.
passive, trinket, whatever.
But overall,
it is the most supportive support one for consistently helping your team. So if like you have a friend, you want to follow them around and give them power, go for it. It's pretty okay.
Swift Stride Pendant. Now, Swift Stride Pendant is very build specific, and in most builds,
I would put it in B tier because there are some good builds with it.
Yeah, like I've been using it with the trial, and it's
the one build I think that people like to use it with.
And it's been trial, objection, sprint, and Swift Stride Pendant. It's basically just like max kite, and I can just stay at like the perfect range all the time.
Yeah, I mean, if you feel obviously there are better sniper passives, but if you feel like using it with a sniper build, it's pretty good. It's pretty okay if you use the primal eye.
Yeah.
So it's fine. It's just not amazing. That's all.
All right, it's better. It's the better counterpart for sniper passives.
Yeah, I mean that's probably a S tier. It's okay. It's S tier right now in Secret Service beta with lots of bots on the enemy team.
Well, but here's the thing, though, Colton.
Well,
so even when the game comes out, you'll be fighting over like heavy ammo pickups. They'll often
that's true.
They'll often be consumed, and I think just the ability to accrue ammo just from fighting and stuff will be very nice.
I still don't. It might not be S tier in my opinion, but that's okay.
It'll still be very impactful, just not stupid.
Either way, when you're queuing up and there's this like half bots on enemy team or more, it's very very strong. So
yes, especially with the heretic.
Yeah.
Clemency file. Clemency.
I put A tier.
Yeah, probably.
I think it's a really good passive. It's one of the more impactful ones.
It gets better as you level it.
Yeah, it gets much better as you level it. It's one of the more it's one of the passives you definitely notice most. That doesn't necessarily mean it's the best because some passives you don't really notice but are very strong. But it gives significantly less health than the other Vanguard one, but it makes up for it with a pretty potent protective ability. I quite like it. I think it's A tier. I think it's really
what does
solid.
it go down to? Level 20?
50 seconds?
Really? No, it's Colton. We had this conversation.
Sorry,
it starts at 50
It might be 30 seconds.
I think it goes down to 30.
Get down to 30.
That's actually pretty crazy. That it goes down to 30 seconds. Anyway,
let me look. But yeah.
So, the other Vanguard passive, evasion loop. Probably be. I don't know. It can be really good with chain gun and stuff. With like.
So mine at level 13 is 51 seconds.
No,
so
how much does it goes up? How much does it go down?
It goes down 0.8 seconds every time. So yeah, I think it starts at 60 and gets down to 40, I believe, or something like that. Maybe 35, or 45. I mean, but either way, pretty good.
We can't do the math. Anyway.
Okay.
Where do you think
evasion loop?
Yep.
Like B plus. I think it's better. It's definitely. I would just put it in A, because there's definitely good builds with it. It's not going to work.
It has good mods.
Yeah, it has good mods.
It has run and gun
it has
specifically.
But people use it with stuff besides the chain gun.
Yeah, but I mean, run and gun is good on it no matter what.
Yeah, I think it's a pretty solid. Again, it's a better one against lots of bots because you can get the kill off of it. But as you level it, the duration gets really really insane. It goes up like a massive, insane amount to the point where you have it for ages. So it's a pretty nice. It's a pretty nice ability. I think it's A tier. It gives again the most health in the entire game at the moment. So that's something you don't really notice, but it's helps you, makes you stronger. So I think it's quite good.
Now, Half Thor's Gauntlet. Now I do not have this.
Like B?
Probably.
Like
because it's very situational, obviously.
Well, like if you're again, it's the only passive in the game that only helps against primals.
Oh, so something I talked to Zarin about what it's like in like Geo Beta. And in her region, you know, there are full games like all the time, and there are primals everywhere. And from what she was saying, Primal Hunter is a lot more viable than it is in Secret Service. So it's possible that Half Thor's Gauntlet is a lot better than what we're thinking if they're actual in like if there are primals literally everywhere, like every base, like fighting over base there's a primal, and every major fight there's a primal. Half Thor's Gauntlet and Primal Hunter in general could be a lot better than it is right now. But as of right now, it really doesn't do much, obviously, unless you're fighting a primal. But if you are fighting a primal, it's very noticeable. Especially, I fought Colton, who had it equipped as knock, and I'm like, I'm gonna get you, and I attack him, and I deal like 900 damage to him or something. But I don't know. I haven't used it. Colton, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, when you're up against a primal, it can be very good. It's still, the one issue is against Tordans. It still is not going to help you a massive amount. It'll stop the it'll prevent the lightning, but you're still going to get, you'll take one hit usually against a Tordan, and then you'll die in the second. And against some other really high damage.
Often you can, if you tank the one hit, often as a Tordan, you can keep running. You can just run away from a Tordan.
Yeah, that's true. It's definitely a good ability against primals, and in the right build, it's nice. But it's definitely not something people use a lot. People are more focused on sort of the individual just being a really strong fighter in general. When you look at the builds that are popular right now, not a lot of them have the kind of more specialized support stuff. So I think it's B. It definitely can work, but it's not popular in at least Secret Service, just because there's not enough primals to fight.
And again, I think it will get better once primals are more prevalent, because bots do not like to primal.
No,
they do not. And when they do, they like primal and spawn. They do a little spin. All right, the other Primal Hunter passive.
I was gonna put that in B tier.
Probably.
Because they're like, it's actually an okay. I have trouble saying it's super awful when it's so strong with certain specific items.
I was fighting Kong Wilder, who was using it with the heavy chain gun, and he just, I mean, it is hard to charge heavy ammo for the heavy chain gun, but while he was shooting it, he was just unkillable.
Yeah, unless you get one shot, you're basically not dying. Again, I put in B tier because, again, it's very specific and good build, but otherwise it's very, very bad. So, I also feel like we should, yeah, okay, let's go next.
Okay. Compass of Ascendant.
E. That's an E tier right there. Solid E tier.
No, it's good. It's good.
I'm sorry, anybody who thinks it's good.
You could do some rolls.
I mean, again, if you're playing specifically that, like, one capture the flag map, it's like, okay. But what's weird is the cooldown's kind of long, so I got it recently, I tested it out, and like at level 5, I know it's very low level, but the frustrating thing is even when you have this perfect route planned out with 3 crystals, like, in the way, like, so that you don't even get to roll in all of them because the cooldown is like 4 seconds. So you roll, you get a double roll, and you have to wait. So it's like, even if you plan the perfect situation to use it, it's not even that good.
Yeah, you have to level it
before
it can do that.
It's just, even then it only goes, even if it goes down to 2 seconds, you still can't just, it's just really, really not good.
Yeah.
It's bad, and then has a limiting factor that makes it worse.
Alright. Karen's Cash.
I'm going to put an S tier. I think there are other passives that are technically better, but Karen's Cash is just, like, great because it gives you a lot of health and works in every single build ever. So it's really flexible. So I think it's S tier.
And obviously it gets you primal really fast.
You can use it for a billion different things. It's really, like, some of the other items that are really good, you still have to use in a specific situation.
And also, it'll still be really good when the game comes out, because bots aren't a big fan of going for pickups and stuff. So when there are more humans, the pickups will be more sparse.
Yeah, right now it can
slingers.
feel like it's overkill, where one pickup gets you all your ammo, and then you're just walking past the pickups.
But you'll notice that, because like most pickups will be empty, right?
Yeah,
as you're walking past them.
I mean, you guys have had it. When you guys have a full lobby, there's way less heavy ammo, and it feels a lot better to have.
Yeah, but like for Karen's Cash, you kill like one wild slinger, and you get like half your primal, or you get one small heavy ammo drop, and you're like, oh, I can shoot a few bullets.
Yeah, so it feels a little extra right now, but it's really, obviously really strong. Works in like every single build. Gives a lot of health. There's nothing, it's just great, so.
Alright.
That's S tier, easy S tier for me. That's going to be an F tier. That's only F tier.
Probably.
Yeah, it's even worse than
Alright, let's talk about why it's bad.
It's terrible.
Okay, let's move on.
No, listen. You can't even, like, unless it's just...
Okay, you know what I don't understand? You know what I don't understand, Colton?
What?
Let me tell you what I don't understand. So, I saw a video that someone posted in the Callous Black server, of someone had Warbound on, which, if you don't know, Warbound, you gain increased move speed when you fire your heavy weapon. They had Warbound on their, heavy chain gun. And then...
I don't think you can get Warbound on heavy chain gun.
They had it...
Are you sure it wasn't? It might have been on...
Yeah, I don't think it was on heavy chain gun itself. But somehow they had Warbound with the heavy chain gun. And then they activated it, and they just went super speed mode, flying all over the map. Like, literally, it looked like they were hacking. And me and my friend, Not Soldier Mountain, we did a very big brain plan. He got Compass of Ascent. Oh, wait, what is that called? He got this passive. It's so bad, I can't even remember what it's called. He got this passive. I played as Nock with the speed passive that increases speed. And he played like Ranger or something. He had like some super speed build. And it wasn't even that fast. In theory, he was buffed like 200% speed. So why is it so slow? I know that it scales.
I mean, it's a worse your attack reps. It's just...
No. But I know that speed scales like worse as you get more. But why does the Warbound chain gun go so fast, whereas this does not? It felt like slightly faster than Sprint.
It's doo-doo.
No, Colton. Do you even know what I'm saying?
I understand what you're saying. It's just weird that it gives... Not only is it very hard to utilize, the move speed is not that impressive.
I'm not even talking about that.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about that, in theory, we had like a special combo with like Nock and Ryland's Grace and like Ranger and stuff, and it wasn't even that fast. And then one Warbound mod doesn't, like, it stacks differently.
It stacks the same way, you just can get a much higher value. Warbound stacks just as badly. It just gets the same diminishing returns as you do.
But
it's just a fact.
But in theory, it was like 200%.
And that Warbound had like 500%.
It was not.
But it is because if you get 10% every fire, whatever Warbound is, and then you fire the Finley and it fires like 20 times a second. Yeah, you're gonna get hundreds of percentage. It's gonna be higher. It's not that it stacks differently. It's just a higher value.
I know, but. Even then, even with like Nock and Ryland's Grace and Ranger, it was like
yeah, Ryland. The issue is not with the speed scaling; it's that Ryland's Grace is bad.
Well, yeah, but the speed scaling is also dummy.
Okay. Anyway, moving on.
Moving on.
I mean, I don't know who doesn't want more damage.
It's just more damage.
It gives you more damage.
Who does? It's more damage.
Okay, carry on.
It's more damage.
Yep. The only drawback is it is some of the lowest health in the game.
Yeah,
but it doesn't matter.
But it's more damage.
Yeah, it's more damage.
Your health doesn't matter if they're already dead.
It's true.
Okay, so what's this video?
I'm gonna put this D tier.
What is this passive even called? I don't even remember. Speed Assassin passive.
Ring T.
No, this is Ring of the Veil.
That's what's it called? I don't remember. It doesn't matter. It's stupid.
It's stupid.
It's one of those passives. You can use it. But that's it. It's not that, like, you can use it and it's fine and it does something, but
you know what does more than something?
Yeah.
This bad boy right here, baby.
Yes. I mean, just like the I think it's the same equation we've talked about with the other ones. It's great at farming bots, and even when you're not against a lot of bots, it's still really fast to get you primal. I think it's a really, really strong passive regardless, but it's absolutely busted to get when you can farm bots. So it's totally insanely good.
I mean, again, it's also going to be good when there are more humans. I guess, primal pickups, more sparse, way to get primal.
Yep.
It's not going to be as busted, but it's going to be nice. And it's going to be very good. Ryland's Grace. This is one of the passives.
I mean, it's probably D. It's better. It's definitely better than Compass of Ascendant. You can at least consistently do it from rolling out of bushes. Most maps have bushes everywhere, so it's easier to use. Like it's okay. It gives you, in some situations, it's like it does something. It's not totally unnoticeable, but it's not good. Yeah.
Buddy Boy, the best passive in the whole
And that'll go C tier for me,
game.
I think.
This,
Yeah. Again, these C tier passives, they're fine and you can definitely use them and you're not going to feel bad about using them, and they work good in specific builds.
they work good.
They work great in specific builds, but they're never going to just allow you to dominate the game. So Yortok Wraps, I think it's really good for like shard farming or in Capture the Flag. Or Flag Hunter.
Shard farming is worth it now.
Yeah, so it's good in a couple different game modes, in a couple different, it's obviously you're never going to use it in Core or Rush, it's not good, but in the Flag modes and in Eventide, it's pretty good. But it's, again, when you run into an enemy, you're going to feel at a disadvantage because it has no impact during the fight.
It gives good health, right?
I don't know, it gives whatever amount of health it gives. It doesn't give you any combat.
A vague answer.
I think, it's a couple hundred. I don't think it's more than 400, but so the C tier ones, yeah, I mean, if we look at the C tier ones, they're all okay, and you can definitely use them, but they're not going to be a huge factor in how strong your build is.
I'm pretty happy with this tier
list. Yeah, I think
overall.
this tier list is pretty good. Of course, people are going to disagree. I think some of the D tier ones, maybe people like more than... People like them even more than they are there. But I think that's pretty accurate. I think those D tier ones are pretty weak. They're usable, but you're not going to have a great build with them. Whereas the S, A, and B tier ones, depending on the build, they can be, S, A, and B tier, those items are all great items, and you can use them, and if you have the right build, they're going to be, the B tier ones, if you have the right build, they're going to be just as strong as some of the S tier items. But those S tier items are just, yeah, they're cut above. They hit different for sure.
Well, something to note is that these three all essentially do the same thing.
Three? What?
These three.
Oh, shit.
I mean, they do it in a different way. Like, what's it called? Bracer of Dedication. You can just kind of farm bots with the Heretic.
What he's trying to say is that all the three best passives besides
I mean, damage is just good.
the three best passives besides what's it called? The
Hurt, Spike,
yeah, Hurt,
Stabby.
Spike, Stabby. Are passives that get you either heavy ammo or primal, and that's kind of just how the meta is right now.
And they just it gets you that in a way that's either, I mean, with in Karen's Cash's case, it increases primal pickups, but these just make it so that you don't really have to
they get heavy ammo and primal.
Yeah, they get heavy ammo and primal. And especially this was very nice for Sniper when I first got it, because as Sniper you kind of don't want to be walking around. You want to be sniping. Especially for Capture the Flag and stuff, you don't want to be walking around getting heavy ammo. So this was very nice when I got it for my Sniper build. But I learned that it is
even more powerful with AoE stuff.
With other builds.
Yeah, if you use the Luma Rival or the Heretic or whatever you want to use. Yeah, it's really really good.
And then this,
of course,
deals more damage.
Yeah, I'm definitely seeing it less
also
than I used to.
As primal.
Yeah, obviously it's really good. I'm seeing it less than I used to because I think people I just don't see as much of the dual pistols power infusion thing, and I just think I think it's so great. I just think people maybe got bored of using it or something. But it's still a really strong ability. It works with a lot of different builds. It's just insane. You can combo it with
the only thing
stuff or rocket launchers. Or
barely has any health.
That is when it gives 80 health or something. It gives very little. It's as much health as Sniper stuff, but that's fine. It's still amazing, and it allows you to absolutely just win.
It makes you hit different.
It makes you hit different. So that's a deal. I think this is super accurate. I think this is 100% accurate, and anyone who disagrees with us is wrong.
Unless they're a subscriber.
Yeah.
Then we love them.
But we value their opinion.
But they're still wrong.
The only thing I could be convinced on is that some of the B tier items could be moved up to A. I think you could convince me that those B tier items could be A tier. I think you could. You can convince me of that.
Look at this. Vanguard has their own little section.
Well, I think partially the thing that helps them is that I think Vanguard is very strong as a banner even after the nerf. And they both give a large amount of health.
Oh yeah, I wasn't even thinking about the banners. Oh, whoopsie.
So I think that does help. If they were Ranger, I think that they'd be much less popular. But yep, that's tier list. I think this is a really good one. This is so insanely accurate.
I'm very happy with this one.
Yes.
And I think everyone
will be equally happy and have no disagreements.
Yep. Just let us know that you're happy in the comments. And you have your lack of disagreements. Anyway.
Insert the 1984 talking, meme where it's you're not allowed to disagree.
I've never.
You know you GIF?
No,
You don't?
I'm a boomer.
Oh, that's okay.
All right. Thank you for watching. Colton's about a hippity hoppity, about a yippity yoppity off. That's what you do when I do the outros. You just leave.
Yep.
There he goes. He's going to look at memes. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, leave a like, leave a comment, maybe subscribe, and let you know what you thought of the tier list. This, what do you think we should do next, Colton? Do you think we should do? Do you think we should do primals?
A primal tier list is silly.
You're silly.
We're not doing a primal tier list. It's
No,
pointless.
no. All right. Well, I hope you enjoyed. Have a good DooDaDay.